Andy, after this afternoon's game against Hartlepool, what are your thoughts post-match?
I would say angry, but really frustrated. Concede 3 the other week at home, and to concede 4. I mean, the goals are embarrassing. Like the first goal, our decision making. But every goal they scored, very, very poor. We're killing ourselves. Absolutely killing. And we've said that way too many times this season. We've been well in games, even today, like well in the game. We get back in front after going behind, and then they go score in quick succession. I mean, it happened a couple of times last year, and Oldham, etc. But we're not going to get anywhere if we're conceding 3 and 4s, especially at home. Because I say it all the time, like we've done work on. I thought Dissaruve was unbelievable tonight. We've worked on. I thought he bullied our 2 centre halves. We just talked about personal pride, and I thought our lack of intensity, our desire to defend, was nowhere near it today. And you've got to have that. You've got to have that in your team. You've got to have a solid base, a solid foundation. Because we know we've got good attacking players. We've got fantastic players going forward. I thought Bradders was outstanding going forward today. I thought Connor was outstanding going forward today. For us to come in conceding 4 at home, it's embarrassing, really.
As you mentioned, the frontline players in particular did have a good day going forward. It's now 12 goals scored in the last 3, so at least there's that. We're still managing to find the back of the net.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, obviously, that's a good thing. You'd be worried if you're not. But defensively, absolutely miles off it at the minute. Individually, collectively, just really poor goals we're conceding. Again, we're getting lobbed on our goal line. They're playing out from the back, like decision making. We're not stopping crosses in the second half. Just real poor goals. We have to work really hard for our goals. We have to work, our patterns, etc. We work loads on attacking patterns, etc. We've talked all week about them in transition, and we've worked all week on them in transition because they're a good team in transition. They get in 2 banks of 4, and then they're good on the counter attack. We knew that, but the lack of desire and intensity to defend your box, to defend your man, was severely lacking today, and that's why we've come up short.
And I mean, going forward, of course, we've got Sutton United on Tuesday and then Bromley the following weekend. Is it going to be one of them where you'll look at how to look at that defensive shape going forward? Are you going to tweak some things maybe? Yeah, well I think we're going to have to because, obviously you don't want to take that attacking element away, but, you can't, if you look at teams who get promoted or teams who are up there in the league, York have got the best defensive record in the league, and look where they are. Forest Green probably second, Oldham, Barnet. Barnet probably less so. They score a lot of goals as well. But you've got to have that. You've got to keep clean sheets. That's 3 in 20 games. You see, that's nowhere near good enough. That's from back to front. That's goalkeeper. That's from the forward players as well. That's not just on the back 4 or whatever. But that pride in defending and that desire to defend, it hurts because that's what I was. I was that type of player. I was a defender, defend first. So it hurts when that's not happening and you can't see that in front of you, because that's not me. Obviously, we look good going forward. We look entertaining. But sometimes you don't want an entertaining game. You want clean sheets to start off with, and then you build from there. So we're gonna have to look at it. Really disappointed with the goals. Obviously, we've conceded. Delighted with how we're attacking. We're scoring goals. We look threatening. We look enjoyable to watch in that aspect. But when the ball gets turned over and we're going back the other way, we look absolutely miles off it in a minute. So we need to look at that. The players need to look at that, and we have to grind out results better. Andy, thank you for your time.